What's up, YouTube? It is 2:30 in the PM and I just woke up 10 minutes ago. And I'm pretty tired, but it's all good. I got my Monster Energy drink. That shit is cracking a can, quite literally. And I gotta do this right now because if I wait any longer, I'll have to go to work. And then when I get home, you know, it's not fun when you're living in a basement. I don't want my landlord to think I'm some crazy motherfucker with schizophrenia talking to myself. But she probably thinks that anyway, because I'm usually yelling at my TV, so, you know, it's all good. So today, yet again, I am playing on Oasis, rocking the M14 or M4 Battle Rifle Enhanced. I'm not quite sure what the name is. All I know is that that scope is definitely too high up. I don't know if ACOG scopes are like real scopes, but I can tell you if a real scope was that high up, it would definitely not work properly, because you would literally need to stick your face in between where the iron sights is and where the ACOG starts. Because on a real scope, if your eye is too far away, all you see is black. Just blackness, for anybody who has used a real gun before, but I learned that from hunting wild bear. No, I'm just kidding. I just hunt deer every now and then, deer, elk, all that good stuff. Get some nice meat in my tummy. But yeah, so defending, and you know, I was a little. My mind was in pretty much clusterfuck mode right now. I didn't really know where to go, what to do. I was just trying to get my bearings back of how this map is played. All I could really remember is the attacking team comes over that hill. The snipers like to be on this hill that I am right now, and I did get that one sniper. And they also like to go in that house across the river there. That's a great place. I always used to go over there. And I did not remember that the helicopter spawned there, so I was in for quite a treat, and I definitely wanted to get my ass down there and steal that helicopter. So, did a little bit of reconnaissance, you know, checking my flanks. My heartbeat's starting to race right here. I'm just hoping I get that helicopter. See this noob? You know, just throw him down. That's the guy whose sniper rifle I stole earlier. I think I'll steal his sniper rifle again, because he obviously hasn't learned his lesson. And once I get in this helicopter, it's pretty much my form of defending. I mean, I'm taking out their tanks, all that stuff. Taking out the infantry that I can. And if anybody says it isn't defending, I'm pretty fucking sure it is. Taking out tanks, that's gotta be one of the most frustrating things to do, especially when your teammates are retarded, and these teammates are not retarded. But there's about a 50% chance that you get into a game and your teammates will not play their roles. So I figured, you know, I'm gonna take their chopper, deny them air superiority, deny them any mobile armored units, because I don't want tanks running into my base, shooting up the objectives. So I figured, no, this is going down, and this is how it's going down. I think I'm gonna put my Apache longbow Hellfire missiles in your asshole. Something like that, or that's how the story goes. Oh, boats too. Oh yeah, fuck your boats. No, that's not happening today, buddy. What I want to talk about for the helicopters is I've been recently browsing around in. Oh, just hold that thought for a second. I purposely slowed this down because I want to talk about it. I thought it was really funny. Watch the guy fly out of the boat. Watch that body. He literally flies out of the boat, like he's trying to like barefoot water ski on his face. I just found that pretty funny. But what I wanted to talk about for this little helicopter segment is the anti-air guns. And recently I like to read around and just see what people have to say. And it seems a lot of people don't know how to use the AA guns. Now, okay, for number one, I absolutely hate the Vazter. It's the most OP. Actually, it's the second most OP AA defense in any Battlefield game I've played. I'd have to say the most OP was in Battlefield Modern Combat 2 for the PlayStation 2. It was called a GTAM, ground to air missile. That was literally what it was called, and pretty much it was the god gun. There was very few ways you could get away from it. One of the ways was just flying really low, really fast. But all you had to do with that thing was just aim. It would take about 5 seconds to lock on, and then you shot. And then just shoot a missile directly up into the air, like a Predator missile, I believe is what they're called from Call of Duty. And I mean, if you were really good, you could maybe backflip over them, or barrel roll, or front flip, or if you knew how to do those certain things. But there was nobody in the community who knew how to do backflips and front flips in the helicopters. I'm pretty sure I was like the only one. There was maybe 3 or 4 people that I actually knew from my hometown that I ended up teaching them, because I never saw people do that shit. But the VADS turrets, it's pretty much congratulating people that don't know how to fucking lead their shots or aim or any of that sort of stuff. It's congratulating them, and it's saying to the people who have spent countless hours, such as myself. I've probably spent at least six full days flying the different helicopters, and it's pretty much saying to people like me that, hey, thanks for wasting all your fucking time on learning how to pwn these noobs. We're gonna give them this turret that's OP, and since the majority of the players, it seems, cannot aim, we're going to fuck you in the ass and laugh about it. So that's my little thought about the VADS turret. And if you guys don't think the VADS turret, I mean, let me think about this for a second. If you guys do not think the VADS turret is OP, I want you to write down in the comment box, at what point in your life did you start playing Battlefield, or what point in your life did your parents throw you down a flight of stairs. One of the two. It's really up to you what you want. You can do both if you would like, so I'd like to read that. Just for my own little scientific research sort of stuff. And it's appreciated, guys. I hope none of you are taking this wrong. I hope you can understand sarcasm and all that, and I do believe I'm quite an opinionated individual. I like to voice my opinions to the most critical extent, and I'm just hoping some of the DICE team is watching my videos, and that's how you gotta properly voice your opinions. And in my opinion, saying a lot of fucking opinions here, but you just gotta be critical. So hope you guys can understand the fucking sarcasm, and if you can't, then you probably were dropped down the stairs or thrown down the stairs as a child. But I mean, really, when you break it down, I suppose if you get a really good pilot. I was playing a game with Grakier, if that's how it's properly pronounced. He's the best Battlefield, or he's #1 in the kills ladder, Battlefield Bad Company 2, across the world. And that kid is so bad at the game. He actually is a spawn killing noob. He just takes tanks and all different types of vehicles and parks them behind your spawn and just kills you that way. And I actually ended up killing him 2 or 3 times in my Apache on Port Valdez, or Valparaiso, no, Port Valdez, and I was quite happy about that. I ended up blowing up his tank because he was just sitting behind our base, and I C4'd his dumbass and left the game because he just sits there and spawn kills. But from that said, I can see how people get frustrated with helicopters, and I'm not gonna lie, I have left games because we are spawn trapped by helicopters. But if you're going to put VADS turrets on every map and increase the strength of the ordinary AA gun, you have to do the equal balancing to the helicopters, because the fucking choppers are nerfed every single patch. Their mobility is nerfed and their damage is nerfed. So I don't really see what people are complaining about. But if you're gonna do that, you have to. If you're going to make the other turret like the VADS turret, you have to make the Apache or the other helicopters have better health, better maneuverability. You have to balance it in a certain way. But the video's coming to an end here. And I thank you guys for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe. and it's much appreciated when you subscribe. You know, it just lets me know I'm doing a good job. You know, views are nice and all that, but when I get subscribers, I just get a warm, tingly feeling, and it makes me feel all special. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.